Hi guys, welcome. Hi, hello. Welcome to Creative Conversations. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join, and also Ryan. Thanks for joining. Hello guys, welcome. I'm just waiting for Ryan to come. I hope that everybody had or is having still a beautiful Sunday. I like the lighting is like better. There we go. Oh, yes. Let me see. All right, so while we wait for Ryan, I'm just going to explain what Creative Conversations is. Um, I'm going to continue to do that every session because it's going to be new people who don't know what it's about. So it's basically conversations that I have with other creatives, whether you're an actual painter or a designer or graphics or a chef or whoever, whatever your creative outlet is being able to have these conversations on the processes that we go through, the challenges that we go through, the opportunities that we get. There's a hi.
Uh-oh, I don't know if I can hear you. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Can you,
Hey, can you
can you
hear
hear
me?
me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. Happy
You
Sunday.
happy Sunday. You look gorgeous as
Thank you. So
always.
do you. I love the hair.
Thank you.
Beautiful. How you doing?
I'm I'm really good. I'm really
Good.
good. I went to church today for the first time in a long time.
Okay. How was that?
It was good. It felt I felt like a cleanse. Like I needed a palate refresh for a second. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel light. I feel definitely lighter.
That's how you're supposed to feel on a Sunday. How about I want to feel like that all throughout the week, like all the
Exactly.
time. You
Listen,
know?
this is what we have to work towards.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. So I just want to finish explaining what Creative Conversations is,
hmm
and then we're gonna start.
Okay.
And so, what I was saying before, Creative Conversations is a series where I have conversations with different creatives, whether it's an artist, as far as like painting, or an actual musician, or a chef. No matter what your creative outlet is, it's just having these non-formal conversations about life, about the challenges that we go through, about the processes that we go through with our artistry, opportunities that we get, how our feelings, our feelings that we don't talk about. So this is Orion. Um, hi.
Hey. Hey.
This is Ryan, and I've known Ryan for over a decade now, I would say. Yeah, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way that I met Ryan was through Queen Loney, who we
Mm-hmm.
had on last week.
Nice.
And if you guys haven't seen, I posted a picture. This is my like by far always my favorite picture of you, and I may be biased, but I
What?
love that picture of you. It's
That's
just
so crazy.
such a like powerful picture. I don't know. I love it.
Well, you really pulled it together. First of all, with the DIY crown is insane. Okay. No, seriously, like you literally pulled it together. And I was like, I didn't even know really what I was stepping into, right? Because I'd only met
Mm,
Lonely from the internet. And I was like, okay, cool. And then y'all just came together, like these three black women just came together and just like
shut it down,
shut
man.
it down. And I was just like, and these pictures are still like current. They're relevant. It was kind of
Exactly.
before our time that we did that then.
Always,
Yeah.
always. And we'll get into that too, because for me, last week I was saying like my work has, I'm realizing now my work has always been prophetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been prophetic. It's
Mm-hmm.
always been before my time. And that's why I've had such a hard time really trying to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being, trying to figure out what does it mean? What does my art mean? And not necessarily that it has to have a meaning, but now I know what it is.
Yeah. You
But
you
like,
you're ahead of you are ahead. So when you end up being what people are gonna do 10 years later, it's a confusing space to be in, especially as a sensitive artist. You get what I'm saying?
exactly,
Like
exactly,
you think you're doing something wrong because you're like, well, no one understands, but it's because you already there.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so who are you?
My name is Ryan. Happy Sunday, everyone. I am a multi hyphenate, multidisciplinary artist first. My mediums are music. I work in the music entertainment industry. I also am a voice actor. I also am just an all around artist, but I also am a certified coach. So
Come
I
on.
teach.
And
And
also.
also and so my background, I went to art school. I graduated from art school. I graduated from Art Institute, um, Pratt Institute for graphic design and photography, and
I
it's
did
not my
not
thing.
know that.
Not my thing. Graduated, did the whole 4 years for graphic design. I realized, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can be good at it, but it's not for me. It doesn't make me happy.
Mhm,
Through that space, I started working in the musical space afterwards and never left. So through
mhm.
there, this is the 15th year I've been in the entertainment industry in terms of like vocals and audio and sonics. I've been here, and
Yeah,
now I teach people how to navigate being an artist and also holding it down for yourself mentally. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm basically the person that I wish I had 15 years ago. When you're an artist and you're highly sensitive and highly naive, sometimes green, and you just want things to go your way because you're trying so hard, and you have no one to tell you like, it's okay, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. So calm down, get a
And you
grip.
don't understand. And you literally, when I say like, oh, how can I, this conversation tonight, when you literally don't understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, literally don't understand what's going on, why people don't understand, why they're not react. And it's not even about, for me, a reaction,
Hmm.
because before all of the outside influences, I never needed an reaction. Like I
Hmm.
literally was, I literally just did it because I liked it, and I'm still doing it because I like it.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, we're in a society right now where if anybody says that they're not expecting a reaction, they're not expecting a like, they're not, you're
Hmm.
lying. You're
You're
lying.
lying. Right. So I tell people that first of all, it's the validation, right? So when I was younger, that's what we're talking about, like the validation. Why am I doing so much and not enough people are paying attention, right?
Hmm.
So back then when I was 20, now we're much older than 20. I wish I had somebody like me to tell me like, hey, it's not validation you're seeking. You should be seeking what kind of makes you whole. Like, what can you do for yourself that makes you feel really, really, really good? And you wake up in the morning and you do it with enthusiasm so that you can then make money. I wish someone told me that. So it took me years to realize that validation is never going to equate to your happiness, not no matter what. And if you are an artist now, and it's okay to be like, hey, I worked really hard on this. Why are there no eyes on it? But it's also, you got to bring that back in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
like, okay, they didn't see it this time, sis. Now do it again. Now
And
do it
I know a
again.
lot of people that, and I was one of them, even up to like most recently, where
Hmm.
and that it was it is or was and has been a blockage for me was I'll create something, I'll put it out, eh, 10 likes,
Hmm.
and I'm like, damn, like, am I not, like, I'm waiting for somebody, I'm waiting for it. Like, I'm not creating anything else because I'm like, damn, like,
Yeah.
well,
You could.
maybe I'm not an artist. Like,
Nah,
you know,
you're a super duper artist, right? You're a super artist, like an extreme artist. The thing is, you're not an influencer, right? So we got so wrapped up in this social media world that we forgot that to be human. So what I usually remind people is like, hey, let's not forget why we started before the phone. Like, let's
exactly,
not forget why we started doing this thing before the phone. If you do things and then you post it and you're like, I hope this time it catches, we already leading in the wrong frequency. We're already
exactly,
leaning into the wrong thing. We can't
exactly.
think like that. How I create now is so intentional. It's like, I'm gonna post it, sure, because you're supposed to, but I don't care. I don't care about the vanity metrics.
Right,
I don't
right,
care if it's 10 likes, 100 likes. I don't care what it is because I have to make this thing in order for my brain to keep working.
exactly,
And for artists like me, this is how I make my money. So I don't care who sees it at this point. That's when you start getting muscle memory. You don't
exactly.
stop producing. You keep
Yeah.
posting, and you don't care about the 10 likes. All right, cool. Thanks, 10 of y'all. Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for the hugs. Like, that's really it because
Yeah.
you can't. We cannot base our real lives off of this screen. We can't do this. Like,
And that's what we have been doing, and obviously it's not working.
yeah, I don't base it off of the screen anymore. I'm happy that that part of me is gone. That part of me is dead. That's gone. I do this simply because you're supposed to now if you work in this space. If you
Hmm.
want more eyes on you, like London, I'm not outside a lot. So I'm not like
Hmm.
a master networker.
Right.
I'm not in everybody's face. So my way of performing, creating and sharing and producing and working is the
Hmm.
internet.
Hmm.
And for a lot of people that's not the case. They're outside, they get to vend and they're vending and they're doing those things and networking. I really don't, and I don't
Right.
want to.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a super introvert. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good at this camera thing. I figured it out. So let me stay here. It's working for me, but I realize that that's not going to be my life. Put the phone that it goes down for hours. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Let me
Hmm.
continue with what my calling is and let me get back on the phone. Like, those likes don't mean nothing because 10
Yeah.
people can like it and that one person can order 100 pairs of shoes from
Ex-
you.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know?
And
So,
that's yeah, where I'm at now. But I always was in that place. That's the thing from the beginning. And
hmm
it was just that I get to a space where you kind of feel like lonely. You're like be on your path and do what you feel and what you know is true to your heart, but then you're like, damn, that's not working. So like, do I need to try to be this influencer person? But I don't even have that energy to do that. So like,
yo,
it's not
listen.
even set up in my bones to do that. So I was like, nah.
It's not going to be fun if you really don't feel that like we can. I was just talking about this on the
Mhm,
podcast. I was saying that
mhm.
when you show up on camera and you don't believe yourself, we can see it.
Oh,
We can see
absolutely,
it. You get what I'm saying?
absolutely.
I can tell, like, I can spot a fake influencer a mile away. There's people that really do this. They really be on, hey guys, so today we're drinking matcha and, I like to start my day off with a matcha. And like, they're really about that life. You know what I mean?
Listen, no shade, because they
That's what I said. They're
get it
really
how you get
about
it.
that life, and that's good for them.
Jonathan.
That's not good for me. So if you see me promote a brand, they paid me,
Yeah,
and if you see me on camera, it's because I'm trying to pay myself through my own brand. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So if you don't show up as an influencer or a content creator because you are solely an artist, just document the process and post it.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
that is my new approach now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to also I'm gonna take a break while still being on, if that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna post my stuff. Hi Soul. I'm just gonna post my stuff that I need to post
Mm-hmm.
and be off it, right?
Yeah.
Even if, and what I love now about IG is with scheduling. So now I can schedule my shit and I don't even gotta be on there
Yeah.
at all.
That's
So
what I do. That's what I
yeah,
do. If I
that's a
know, because my Sundays and Mondays are the same day to me. So
not baby. My days off work Sunday, Monday, baby,
they're the same day for me.
same
I don't
day.
play. I, I'm not here. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So I schedule my posts um on Saturday all the way up until like Wednesday or Thursday
Mm,
sometimes. Like I'm not actually on this thing. You think I
yeah,
am. You think I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
am. I'm not on this thing. Like the balance. The balance
yeah.
is what an artist needs. Every artist needs that balance and they need to get a grip. They need to bring it
Get
in.
a grip,
Bring it
get a grip.
get a grip.
And that grounding, like
That
that's what it's
grounding.
about. It's not about anything. You cannot and Queen and I talked about this last week. It doesn't matter how many opportunities, how much money you have, you're gonna crash out if you are not grounded. Period.
Yo, if you think that
Period.
you're gonna get over on this platform every day, hey guys, so basically I was just here with my matcha phone and I was just one. If you think you're gonna do that every single day, then wait around for the likes, then wait around for the views, then wait around for some brand deal, you're going to crash out. You're going to crash out. And this is just not, I just can't have that. Like I can't have that right now.
I
Life is
crashed
already
out even thinking about what you just said.
like life is already life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you think I'm gonna add a voluntary cell phone screen onto it? Like, nah, I'm gonna hold this where this is at. This is what it's here for. And social media has psychologically like ruined
Mm,
so many lives.
yes.
So I just try to remind people like you know that you have real life like support, right? Like you have real life support. You can go be creative
Do
in
we
real.
though? Do we though? And that's another thing. Like
I mean, some
building
people have
community.
community.
I would hope so because I don't feel
You
like
got friends and family.
all friends and family ain't community, baby.
That's facts. I mean, like the ones that you love.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, somebody that loves on you the way you love
Yes,
on them.
absolutely,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So like I try to remind people that there are people who care about you when you have one like on your picture. It's a
Oh yeah, for sure.
like
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life people.
yeah,
Real
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. All right. So with your, I wanted to talk about your voiceovers because that's what was one of the videos that I posted,
Hmm.
and so you've done it for it's Nyx, right?
Hmm.
I always thought it was NYX Nyx.
Hmm.
How was that experience? How did that happen? Like,
Yeah. So I got the NYX cosmetic deal from making music again.
mm,
Like not being afraid to post your shit,
mhm,
post your work. Don't sit on your work.
mhm.
Make the thing, post the thing. And I made music for so long, and it's somebody heard me, and they've known me for years, just in the ethos. Just they were like, "Hey, I work for an agency, and the agency heard your voice on some record, and they were like, we're wondering if you know how to actually mold your voice to sound like different artists." And I was like, so what artists were you thinking? They were like, and they were like Doja Cat. I'm like, get into it, yeah. Turn up on the
Ah,
block, get into. So I'm showing them like I can literally be
yes,
versatile and sound like anybody. And they were like, oh, you got it. So I booked like maybe 11 campaigns for Nyx after I showed them that I could do any voice.
that's amazing.
And yeah, and it was a chemistry, it's a relationship, but it stemmed from me making music. So if I had never put out my art, no one would I would have never gotten this gig ever. And I also, of course, now like I apply to voice jobs and do like narration for audiobooks and stuff like that. But
Mm,
you will never start if you didn't put your art out. Like you're just never
absolutely.
gonna start, you know.
Absolutely.
Just please put your post it.
Yeah. And because it only takes that one, even if you're posting it, right? It only takes that one person behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's not even like
That
they're
don't
not
even
going to
like your
DM
work.
you. They're not going to say under your comments.
They didn't
They're
say
not going
anything.
to, no.
They
You're
emailed
just going
me
to get,
so professional. Mwah. So they had liked none of my comments. They barely had, like literally, didn't like any of my pictures, didn't like any of my videos, just simply emailed me super professional. I was like, what is this? And it happens like that. You never know who's watching. You know, you never know. So post the thing because it's somebody out there with a private page who's an executive of something that just believes in you because they saw your tenacity and your resilience. So you might as well just keep doing it, even when you're like, "What am I? What am I doing? What's the point?"
yeah.
The point is to post it because
Yes, it.
that's
Period.
what this free platform is here for.
Period. While
Yeah.
also making sure that you're like whatever it is that you want to do, right? Loni was saying, Queen was saying last week that someone had told her your IG years ago, your IG page is your resume, right? And
Mhm.
so when you want to be a fashion designer or a stylist or a music artist, and all I see is your face and your ass, or nothing about fashion, nothing about like,
It's true. How can I book you? So the things that I usually get in my DMs are the questions that ask like, "Hey, how do I basically do what you're doing?"
hmm,
Right? I'll go and I'll like audit their page. I'm like, one, your page is private.
mm-hmm. Oh
How,
yeah.
so what?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've never like.
So your page is private, and I'm not judging you, but I'm saying like, so what brand is supposed to approach you with a private page? Secondly, what is on your page? So they open up their page and I see it. Nothing. It's like crab legs and seafood
Hmm.
bowls and stuff like that. I mean, so who is supposed to book you? Who is supposed to whatever you want to do?
Yeah.
Someone said they wanted to be a wig influencer. Okay, well, where is it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, another girl told me she wanted to be a makeup influencer, and where did she start? Well, I, her children were just on her whole page. It was just her kids.
Yeah.
These are the messages that I get, sometimes emails, and I'm like, guys, like you're gonna have to understand. Don't stop. I'm
Guys,
being serious. I'm not
I
judging,
know
but
you are.
I'm just like, how, imagine, okay, so imagine you're a brand, right? Because you are a brand, actually.
Hmm.
And you have a beautiful collection of gorgeous, gorgeous shoes, accessories, pants, shirts, London.
Hmm.
And a woman comes to you and says, hi, she's emailing you, hi, I'm an influencer, and I really like your work. Let's collab. Okay, so you look at her page. The page is nothing but seafood boils and little kids.
That's it.
That's all. How in
First of all, how am I
Jesus'
supposed
name?
to trust you?
How your page, social media is used for so many things. For me, it's my digital portfolio. That's what it's for, right? I post, I make sure everything is concise and clear in case somebody wants to hire me, and I'm off of it.
Hmm.
It's for other people, it's their lurk page. They like to look at other people's stuff.
Yeah.
For other people, it's their inspiration, like a Pinterest board.
Yeah.
They don't want to be an artist or a creator of any sort. They just want to be inspired by other people.
Yeah.
They might
Yeah.
like and I can understand that. But for me, it's my digital portfolio. Or like you said, a resume.
Yeah.
So if I can't tell what you do by your page or your bio just says Christ is King and that's it, I don't know. I don't know what to book you for.
And I don't even mind because my page is like this too. Like I have a mixture of like.
I can actually tell what you do from your page. I can literally tell what you do. I can literally tell what you do. I can.
Okay, yes, what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people to think that because I still try my best. First of all, I'm a very private person. Like, let's start there. So a lot of my it's very hard. A lot of my stuff is artistic stuff anyway. Because I don't. First of all, I don't go out like that. Like to see my friend at a bartend, and like go home after
Me
after work, go
too.
home, go to work. You know what I mean? Like
I do the same thing.
yeah. So it's not. I don't have. And even if I was like that, I'm not every second. Like what am I supposed to show you? Like
Well, if you want people to know about your art and your clothing, you show it, right? So you make beautiful. You make beautiful stuff. You know what I
thank you.
mean? All of your art is amazing. So I can go down your page and know what you do. So you can't even play that. Like you can't.
Well, that feels good because that's a perfect example of like, oh, what is he called? Yeah, imposter
Imposter
syndrome.
syndrome. Yes.
Imposter
I can go
syndrome.
down your page, and even if you have a fun post where you're just speaking, I still can go to another post and see you made these shoes. You made these pants. You just got in this magazine with this model wearing your shoes. I can see that. Woo! Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I can tell what you do. So
yeah.
I just want that to be very clear. I also
Okay.
like what they'll ask me is to audit their pages sometimes. Like, hey, can you tell me what I can work on? Right?
Hmm.
There will be nothing on the page. I kid you not. Makeup artists with no makeup on the page. Makeup artists with just like sneakers on the page, a sneaker collection.
Do you ever ask them like their thought process on it? Like
Well, I don't ask them their thought process unless you want to book me for a one-on-one. So, if you want to book me for a one-on-one, then we can go over these things. But if you're talking to me in a DM, it's just a cold DM. Hi, I want to do what you're doing. They just be like they just hit me with just like, how did you get that? Or how did you do that? And I will
and they
respond like,
probably don't
what?
even want to do it for real. I'm not even trying to hold you.
You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This took like 15 to 17 years. And I'm
Girl,
not even saying like you have to work super hard. No, I believe in working with ease and working smart.
intentionally.
Yes. Work intentionally so you're not out here just like hustling for the wrong reasons. That's crashing out. That's crash out
That-
101.
Okay.
You just in everybody's face talking about, yeah, let's collab. On what? on, on, on what?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Tell
yeah.
me what you do. Are you okay? Like, are you
And
able to
let me see
communicate?
your work. I'm sorry. Like at the
Thank
end of the
you.
day, I'm sorry. I didn't work this long, these many years. I didn't put master whatever, and I'm still not mastering. I'm still like, no.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not like something that I align with, if the
Yep.
quality's for me, it's what my level of no,
Right.
no,
Right.
no.
And even with these brands, when they approach me, I've denied so many brands if it doesn't align with what I believe in.
Yeah,
I'm not. Listen. I'm not posting anything that has to do with like, I don't know, someone asked me to do something. It was so weird, and I was just like, this doesn't, no matter what I do to try to pivot this is non-believable, so I can't even sell this product,
yeah,
and I'm not actually interested in this. And like, money is not just money,
yeah.
and it's energy, and I don't care. The more that I believe that I'm authentically creating and being myself, the more energy flows to me with ease. It's
Ashe,
it just it just this is
Ashe.
this is this is how it is. Instead of me being like, yo, let me, how you did that? How'd you do? Yo, put me on. That's crazy that you talk to
That's
strangers like that.
crazy to me. That's and and have no nothing.
I don't
What do
know
you,
you.
no nothing
I don't know you. And even if I did know you,
in a
how am I
DM?
supposed
Why
to?
why do you even answer in the DM? I'm confused.
No, sometimes I leave them on red because you have to. Sometimes I leave them on red, but sometimes it's like a nice young lady, and I'm like,
Oh
listen,
yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
to fix that. And then also, here's my one-on-one link. Try it out. You can try it out.
Yo.
That's
Oh
it.
my gosh. All right. Mental health
Hmm.
and creatives.
Hmm.
Um, what made you want to get into that and coaching and just yeah.
Yeah, I believe that again. I think it's because I saw my own self. So I saw my 20-year-old self. Like right now, everything is smooth and soft and it feels good. I
Mhm.
was talking on the podcast about my mid-year check-in
Mhm.
and how sometimes you got to check in on yourself, like your shadows. And as a psychologist would call it, just check in.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning? How do you feel when you go to
Mhm.
sleep at night? How do you feel when you are producing work? Can you produce? Can you still make art? Are you capable? How do you feel when you're doing your art? Do you feel like this is a chore or do you feel like you want to do this? How many how are you and this is not talking finance, right? So we're not talking about finances.
Mhm.
I asked myself all these things and I asked the viewers all these things because no one asked me.
Gotcha.
And that's why I got certified in all these things because I just wanted to learn the psychology around a
Mhm.
creative person and why we crave things the way we crave things, and also how come there's such polarity that we are either really really good or doing really really bad, right?
Yeah. Yo, that's a
like
fact.
like it can be the oh, I'm in flow right now and everything's flowing and everything's going and everything comes to me and I'm going, and then you're like, what am I doing, why
30
am I
minutes
even
fucking later.
here,
30 minutes later. Yo, I'm
why
like,
am I even here,
I can't do this. You
flip
know how many times I
table.
quit London Kyle? Do y'all know how many times I quit London Kyle? And y'all didn't
Wow.
even know?
Wow. See, I did it for people like you.
Like, for real.
No, seriously,
It's
because
not, being an artist is not for the faint of heart at all.
well, I think, see, that's true. And also to add to that, I think being an artist is not a choice. Being an artist is not a choice.
I say.
When you wake up and you decided to start doing the things you did with your hands and you started making things that came from your soul and you materialize them, that's not a choice. You didn't choose to do that. That's inner. That's something that's crazy. That's why I tell people like your energy, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
How can you teach that? Right? So artistry is not a choice. Being a creative person, sure, all right. Like some people like to make hammocks. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but like I'm talking about like people whose brains think in straight artist format.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking about right. You're not thinking about like the stuff that people think about.
At
You're
all.
not thinking about it. And you are my like, so I think about the other side, right? So I'm the artist also, but I also have the
The
other
business
brain.
and the
The other brain.
yeah.
You get what I'm
And I
saying?
can, but when I'm burnt out,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
It's crazy, man. And it's not even something that's natural. I think like I don't think that we're supposed to be using this much of our brain.
Yeah.
It just gets fried. So that's
Yeah.
why I decided to like I was already coaching people for free without knowing. And so I decided to dig a little bit deeper and get all these
Mhm.
certifications because I was like, I really want to know what's going on. Now, when you get a life coach certification, it's not like you're a therapist.
Yeah.
You're a life coach, so you learn about like therapeutic things, but you mainly learn how to access people's tools and teach them how to use the tools they already have.
Yeah.
That's what coaching is. And once I tapped into that, I was like, I'm going to stick to one niche, creative coaching, teaching people
Hmm.
who are creative and like minded, like myself, who have been through the things I've been through, who are currently struggling with imposter syndrome, not seeing themselves, struggling with visibility, not showing up for their brand because they don't believe themselves. They don't believe they're supposed to be doing this because they're like, shit sucks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. You know
Get
what I
out of
mean?
my room.
You know what I'm saying? So when I decided to take this leap, I was just like, I see y'all. I
Mm,
see y'all. I see us. Let me explain to you why this is happening, and let's work against it. Like
mm.
let's work through it. Let's just do this thing. And I like it here. I love it here because it doesn't stop anything. It just helps a bunch of Black people.
And you're good. You're when I say you're, I don't want to cry. And I almost wrapped my hair today and like didn't wear makeup because I was like, she about to have me on here bawling. But you are great at it, Ryan.
Thank you.
Great at it. So
Thank you.
officially, guys, I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Hmm.
So clinically diagnosed with ADHD.
Hmm.
And once I knew what it was, it all made sense.
Hmm.
I thought ADHD, what people don't understand that one is a spectrum as well.
Hmm.
So it's not just one type. It's not, I just went, as a kid, I always heard or thought ADHD was, I just can't
Yeah.
sit down. I'm everywhere. I'm here.
Yeah.
That is my complete opposite
Hmm.
energy.
Hmm.
And Black women is inattentive. So, which means I have no dopamine in my body, right? And so I'm always tired when I would go in high school and probably even in middle school, to be honest. No, yeah, definitely middle school. Definitely middle school. I would come home from school and and take a nap. Take a nap every day, every day. And I tell my friends, they outside playing, I'm taking a nap. I
Hmm.
was so exhausted.
Hmm.
There's other different little things. Oh, it's so funny because it's different little like sayings I would say and didn't even realize like that's what that is, right?
Can
And
we
so
hear
I
one?
would yeah, I would always say like I'm a chameleon,
Hmm.
right? And I thought that I mean the way that I thought of it, I thought it was a good thing,
Okay.
but the way that what was actually happening was I was masking.
Period. And I was gonna
So
say that's why you were so tired.
I was masking.
Yeah.
I was fitting in into everybody's situation and not to say I wasn't myself within that as well, but also like I just didn't, everybody likes me. They love my energy.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, yeah, I'll do that for you. Sure. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, whatever. You want to go out? I'm tired as fuck. Oh no, come on, let's go. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't even know that was a thing, right?
Absolutely.
I didn't even know that was a thing. But I say all this to say, like, when I came to you, um, I don't even know how we started that conversation. And I don't even remember how we started that
I
conversation,
think
but
I asked you, do you have ADHD?
maybe. Oh, that's what it was. And you're one of the people that made me go get tested. It was Amanda Seals when she did the interview with Shay Shay, Club
Yep,
Shay
yep,
Shay.
yep. Hmm.
And then you had told me before that, and Amanda was like the seal.
Confirmation.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, we going to go check.
Yeah.
And I was checking for autism at first, to be
Hmm.
honest with you, and they
Hmm.
said I wasn't. And
Hmm.
they tried to say I was what is it, bipolar.
Okay. And
And
what
I
and
was
what happened
like,
with that?
I don't have the energy to be bipolar.
Listen, bipolar looks different. I have many family members that are diagnosed bipolar 20, 30 years now.
Uh-huh.
It looks everything's a spectrum, right? I,
Mm-hmm.
I believe the reason why I asked you if you had ADHD and if you got tested yet, it was because
Mm-hmm.
I just saw your eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ADHD looks different for so many people. And if you're always tired, I'm like, she's tired from masking all the time. So once you let your shoulders down and you let your weird come out, right?
Girl, I cannot
Oh,
I don't give a fuck. You hear
that's
me?
right.
I do not give two
That's
shits
right.
about none of that no more.
None of
Like,
that. I don't have to be a chameleon. I'm not a
mm-mm,
chameleon. I'm
mm-mm.
actually like one way and I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I mean it's life changing. Like it's life changing knowing what's going on with your brain. It's life changing. And once you start to see those things and you start to work on them, sometimes it ain't that much to work on.
Yeah. It's just really the awareness.
Yeah. It's like,
The
oh shoot,
awareness.
I'm doing it right now. You know what I mean? it is a life-changing healing journey, and that's another reason why I started to work in the mental health space also, because my entire woman side of the family is filled, my family's filled with these super strong women,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just all girls,
Yeah.
and they all have something, all
Yeah.
all of them,
Yeah.
like all
Yeah.
of them, and they're open about it, they're open
Yeah.
about their medication, they're open about their therapy, they're open about it. And that's what made me be so kind of like, because the black community is a little bit different when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
to mental health,
absolutely, absolutely.
so
And that's what I meant earlier by not really knowing what it was. We just think
yeah,
that because your parents are like, nah, you ain't giving them no medication. What you mean? They can sit
right.
your ass down in school. Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, or like like go to sleep, take a nap, like
Yeah, yeah.
what do you
Get some
mean?
ginger ale and a
Drink some
cracker.
ginger ale, some crackers. What do you mean, Mom? I can't see straight.
You
You
know?
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have all of these supportive and also very open,
Mm,
mentally diagnosed close family, down to like, I
mm,
mean, like very, very close. Not
I
not
love that.
adopted family, real family.
Yeah.
And I see the sides. I see the different sides. That's why I was talking about bipolar, because we got that up in there
Yeah,
too.
yeah, 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 yeah.
They look different. They
Yeah.
just look different,
I
and
just got tested somewhere else and it confirmed that
you're
it
not.
was, yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
not. You're not.
I
Manic.
even grieved it, to be honest with you, at first, because I was like, how could I have lived this long
Mm,
the way that I was maneuvering and not know, like, the misunderstandings all my life.
mm.
Like,
Well, this is just like a rebirth. A rebirth.
oh, it is. Oh, I
Yeah.
cannot. Oh, I'm working on a. You just. I'm working on a piece right now,
You know what I'm saying?
and yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's
rebirth. It's
it's.
like, we can grieve, but come with grieving comes release, and it's a
Mhm,
rebirth. So when you know
mhm.
like exactly what's going on with your brain, or you allow yourself to learn more about your brain,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling. I
yeah,
get to flow through my day now instead of trying to understand, like, why can't I get through my day?
exactly,
You get what I'm
exactly.
saying? So I understand. I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm telling you, I might as well be, because the amount of people in my life,
The way that you were able to tell me and still be able to tell me what the hell is going on with me, I'm like,
every person in my, and I feel like it's just a balance. It's for that reason, because
yeah,
I can let my friends be themselves. I can let my
yeah.
family be themselves, and they don't feel that in other places sometimes.
You are one of the safest places that I'm
Oh,
so grateful for,
thank
honestly.
you, London.
Honestly,
Likewise.
like, yeah,
Likewise.
thank you.
Likewise. I'm so happy you feel this way, because this is cool. This is really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
This is an adventure.
yeah,
Life is already like, you might as well just do all the things,
yeah. All
in
of
a
them.
healthy way.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Balance, balance.
You know what I'm saying?
um, there was something that you said. Here we go. Yeah, let's. It's gonna come back.
It always comes back, you know what I'm
Oh, there we
saying?
go. Boom. Thank you. All right. So when you were talking about like rebirth and like a new journey, last episode or last session with Queen, we were talking about like being able, like taking the things that we've learned from the past, right?
Mhm.
At what point are we in the present, right?
Mhm.
But for me, my other thing is like, at what point are we taking the lessons that we're learning and putting them into action? Because we're always doing, and we're always learning these lessons, but we're always, it seems to be in a lesson because we're not taking what it is, the information that we got from that lesson and applying it and moving forward.
Okay. So I would ask you, like, what is the last lesson you learned?
um, my last lesson, my last creative lesson, let's say that.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
My last creative lesson was again basing on like validation, really, right? And
Mhm.
so placing my value as an artist into the hands of anybody else, right? But also letting it stunt me and letting it block my growth because I'm just sitting on things because I'm not getting the response or nobody's really paying attention. So I'm not gonna like right now. I should have an inventory of stuff that if I wanted to go vend, I can go vend, and
Okay.
I don't,
Okay.
and I don't. So all these years that I've been waiting and waiting for like and I'm not literally, but Beyonce or you know what I mean, like to
Mm-hmm.
see me. I
Mm-hmm.
could have
Mm-hmm.
already had my shit already, and it didn't have to be made to order or whatever. I would have some
Right.
stuff on deck already, not crash out, not burn myself out trying to keep up with everything that's coming in because it takes time for me to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, that has been the greatest lesson when it comes to me as a creative. And it's given me so much freedom to really create whatever it is that I want to create
Mm-hmm. On your own
on
terms.
my own terms.
Yeah.
And even my new structure of how I want to start having people consume my art
Mm-hmm.
is through like auctioning, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm creating these things because I want to create them whenever I want to create them, and I'll put them up. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Like I'm not sitting here trying to be a manufacturer, in which I was trying to be. I
Got
was
it.
trying to be a human fucking manufacturer, and it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And
So
so,
basically, what you can have is like one of ones, then, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll have that. What I'm thinking is like, for instance, I have this. So this is the boot that was that Georgia wore in the magazine,
Mm-hmm.
um, in Kinfolk magazine, guys. So if you don't know, I'm published.
Yeah.
My first publication through Kinfolk magazine with
That's big.
Georgia. Man, thank you to my sister BB. I love you, BB LaMonica. She was the stylist on that, and so like you, it was important for you to say like how you got the Knicks situation where somebody behind the scenes, somebody you knew, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
for me, that's what it's about. Like stop going and looking for big artists or people that you feel like or the clout, right? The
Mm-hmm.
clout of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go get Gucci because Gucci is no. If your homie got some fly shit or music or whatever, like build the community. That's what I mean about building community within creatives. Like we
Yeah.
don't do that anymore. It's like crabs, either it's a crab in a barrel or I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, back to this. So what I would do was have a boot like this and maybe the next time a different variation. So maybe I only put the pattern on the toe
Mm-hmm.
and do something else or like different variations. But I don't think I ever want to actually do the same thing ever again. Like
Yeah.
create
So
a
it would
uh
be a one-on-one, a one of one thing, which is really cool and it's really special.
yeah,
And I think that will build more brand awareness as well. Because if
yeah,
you ain't got your piece, you ain't got your eye on that London Kyle piece, you can't get it again.
that's right.
You get what I'm
And if
saying?
it's not in your size,
It's not exactly. You can't get it again. That's crazy. Or if like you did say, I mean, you speaking Beyonce, honey. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it there.
baby, she's
Yeah, yeah,
coming,
yeah, yeah.
baby.
Let's keep
Baby,
it
baby,
there.
baby. We
Like
was
yeah.
on
So
the
if
stage, honey,
Beyonce's
okay? She
yeah,
coming, okay?
if Beyonce's team reaches out, yeah, we could do customs.
Oh, baby.
We could do customs.
I got whatever.
You know what I'm
How
saying?
long you want me to be up? 2 weeks? I got you.
Exactly. She want some chaps for Cowboy Carter. Oh, okay.
You
You know
got
what I'm
what?
saying? Like,
Tomorrow? Oh, no problem.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
London? Oh, got you.
thank you. Be there in the gym. Thank you so much. Be there yesterday. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's more special. Instead of trying to be a manufacturer, that is just,
I
I
don't
mean,
know what
sure.
I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think sure, like at some point when you got this big team and you've made your first $5 million,
Yeah, yeah,
sure. But like
yeah.
for right now, the one of ones are gonna hit. They're gonna hit. They're hitting already. Okay. We just got kinfolk. Hello. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Yes, yes.
Let's
So
keep it going.
yeah,
We just got kinfolk. Let's keep it going.
But
You
that's what
know.
I mean, right? So now this is another thing with creatives that get opportunities and recognition on a higher platform, right?
Mhm.
All right, keep going.
Keep going. You have to keep your energy right where it's
Yeah.
at. And the thing is, so you said your body doesn't produce dopamine, but like, what did you feel when you saw Kinfolk? When you saw your work in Kinfolk?
Oh, yes. I mean, but naturally, like how everybody else,
Yeah. You have
I,
less dopamine than usual,
yes,
but
yes.
so that just means we got to keep getting those things.
Oh, that's right. And
You get
keep
what I'm
doing the
saying?
things that make that feed me. That's
Yes,
it.
all you did was do something that made you happy and someone saw you. And that's it. And that's what happened with me and Nyx. I just kept making music. I took a 5-year hiatus from music actually because this
Mm,
entertainment industry is disgusting, Diddy. And, you know, I mean, it's disgusting. So I took a 5-year hiatus and came back. But when I came back, they saw me again and was like, I remember this person. She was
mm,
like super crazy and popular in New York at some point. And then they just reached out to me. It's because I took the chance and put my work out on my baby little phone, on my little platform. I just put it out. So
yeah.
that's how London Kyle is going to be worldwide, and we're gonna make these one of ones, and they're
Ashe,
gonna be selling.
ashe,
We're gonna be
ashe.
selling one boot for 15,000. One boot,
Okay,
one boot.
London, Laskia. There we go.
Hello, a full exhibit, one boot in the Met, one boot
What? That's it. All white room,
in the MoMA,
one boot
one boot,
in the
floating,
center,
floating,
floating. Oh, we gotta step it up.
white
Floating.
room, one boot,
Mm,
visual installations outside of it, right? Projecting off on the walls, on the white walls, the visual installs, right? On the projectors. And then you walk in, music playing.
with a dope ass, long ass London cow coat dragging on the
Come
floor,
on.
with the boots and the hat and the London cow accessories
Come on. I got goosebumps. Come on.
and
Come
the yeah,
on.
oh, stop it,
I'm
stop.
telling you. I'm telling you, these are the things. I was just talking about this. Like, I have to remanifest, right? Because
Hmm.
I did the stuff, right? I did the stuff. So my half year check-in is re-manifesting.
What does
What
that look like for you?
the remanifest? What do I want? What do I, you know what
Mm,
I mean? Like we did something here, Ryan. We did something. We did some really cool things. I just want to make sure that I am as happy and free as possible.
I see.
That is what my success looks like.
Hmm.
Freedom.
And
Freedom.
that's all, yes, Ashe, because that's what I'm
Freedom.
working towards. Because it's
Freedom.
not, like you said, it's not about the money, right? I always used to tell people, can't bring my brother back. Money can't bring my brother back from the dead. I need money to make the world go round, but now, do I? Do I?
You're always going to have money that comes to you easily and effortlessly. Ashe.
Ashe,
Right? Money comes to you easily and effortlessly no matter what.
Ashe,
Now what?
Ashe.
Right? I want my freedom. I want to eat whatever I want. I want to fly wherever I want at a
Girl,
drop of a dime. I want to go and support my friend. If I say, hey, London, you know what? I just had this brilliant idea. I'm shooting a short film and I'd really like 3 of your custom pieces in it. The budget is 20K. I'd
yeah,
like to do that.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
I want freedom to
Yeah.
do whatever I want. And the best way to do it is to create. You have to
BT!
create. What?
You just joined. Yes,
Yes,
freedom.
freedom. You want freedom too. So it's time to re-manifest. And that's for me, it's freedom.
In
And
my Beyonce voice. Freedom.
freedom. Right.
For
Beyonce
real.
keep coming up now. Woo, don't be shook now.
And
Don't
I got, okay, listen, let me tell you something. I'm ready for whatever God sends my way.
right.
And for the first time in a long time, I did not feel that way. I always felt like, imposter syndrome. Like,
Hmm.
really me? Like, is it gonna? You remember when okay? when I dropped off your boots, what did I say? I gave you all these like, okay, be careful because I don't
Hmm.
know if the glue and the all these things that you didn't see,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm like so worried about like these things that don't matter, right?
Right.
No longer that, like, no longer that. I can't afford that.
No,
Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, no
nothing.
longer that.
Nothing, even physically. I'm no longer letting things that I cannot control stress me out because I like my health. And I cannot have freedom without having the best health.
That's
I'm
right.
not doing this. I'm not doing this. If I can't control it, if I see that there's a leak in the ceiling, all right, well, we're gonna get somebody to fix it because I'm not about to stress over this right now.
At all.
Go get somebody else to do it. I'll find someone to fix it, and that's it. That's all that's going to happen. If I'm low on funds this month because I'm a freelancer, I am a
Right.
freelance person. It's a good month some months, and it's a really bad month some months. So what? We here.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
here. We're here. All
Yeah.
right. We're gonna fix this thing, and that's all we can do. We can just fix it, or you can cry and go in a dark corner. And I embrace the crying though. You
I
know,
was gonna
like
say, which I've done,
you should
but
always
it's
lean
how
into
you
your,
do it. It's how
yeah,
you
like if
do
you
it.
cry and then don't get up again, okay, that's a little bit different than
Yeah.
leaning into your crying, leaning into your anger,
The release.
lean into it in order for it to go away. you
Yeah.
know
Absolutely.
Heartache, grieving, uh anxiety, you have to lean into these things.
Hmm.
I'm anxious right now. Why am I anxious? Okay. you know I'm sad right now. Whoa, why am I
Yeah.
sad? I'm depressed. Why am I
Yeah.
depressed?
Yeah.
Depression looks different. Like, again, everything is
For
a spectrum.
everybody.
There's people that are clinically depressed, and there are people
Hmm.
that are circumstantially depressed. They can get depressed over money or their partner dumping
Yeah. Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, but there are people who are chemically depressed. So
Me,
you get
to
what
be
I'm?
honest, right
Yeah,
now, I am depressed.
yeah.
I've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all wouldn't know that. The way
Exactly.
that I show up every day, and it's not about masking. I just choose not to sit in it. I acknowledge it,
Mm-hmm. That is that.
but
Well,
I
that is not
choose not to
masking.
sit in it. Like, I
Right.
don't, I'll
I.
cry, I'll do whatever it is, but I can't. I've been in a dark spot where
Mm-hmm.
I just could not get up.
Mm-hmm.
Could
That's
not get
real. That's real. And you
up.
have to understand what's going on when that happens. And I'm happy you do, because a lot of people don't know that they're depressed. And when they can't get up, it ends up really, really bad.
Hmm.
So I'm happy that you know what your depression looks like and
Yeah.
feels like, and that you're even able to do these things, that you were able to get up and go to church today.
Hmm.
Like,
But that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I felt bad, but I felt something, right? I felt
mm-hmm,
like I just needed to, like, I needed light. I needed more
mm-hmm,
light. Not to say that I don't have it, because I have it,
mm-hmm,
but I just needed a refresh. I needed
mm-hmm.
a cleanse. And, you know, with the church not necessarily being my spiritual practice, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been to the church in years. But
Okay.
that's also something that is good for my ancestors, right? Because my ancestors went to church, whether
Mm-hmm.
it was in 2001 or 1868.
I was gonna say
They did what
1860.
they did
Yeah.
what they needed to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I it's in my blood. Like, it's, the thing that I connect most with in a church is the music. To be
I was
honest
gonna
with
say
you,
that
it was
frequency will build
always,
that.
oh
It'll
my
bring you up.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yo, I
That'll
was in
make
there
you
today, and
tingle.
they getting it. I said, let me sit down before my ass be.
I'm telling you, like, even when I tell like people, like, even if you're not a Christian or whatever, that you like to be in church for the most part when people do go to churches, because when they start singing, like,
Baby.
that
And it just
frequency is,
be,
yeah, that frequency is gonna hit up and down your spine. It doesn't stop. Being in areas and spaces like that, it's like you're in a globe
hmm,
of energy.
absolutely.
And when they're only singing good things, you
And
feel good.
intentional energy, right? Because you're
Yeah.
intentionally going there for that.
Mm-hmm. When you feel good and they're singing good, but I'm telling you, it's more than one person. It's like it's a cloud of
Yo,
good news.
today
Yeah.
when it did the, I was like,
Oh, they did that.
oh!
Yeah, it's cool. It's very, very, very cool. And yeah, and even if that's not your religious practice, sometimes you need those sounds. Sometimes you need those black people around you.
Oh,
Sometimes you
absolutely.
know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm a spiritual being. I believe that we're all, no matter what it is, even in China. Yes, I'm sure there's China Christians, but guess what? That wasn't their first language, so that wasn't
Right.
their first practice. Like, come
Right.
on now, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And but when you look, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but when
Oh,
you
we
look
know. Oh, we
into,
know. We already know. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when we look into, the different scriptures, the different writings, the
Mm-hmm.
different whatever around the world, around the globe, it may be different languages, it may be said the different ways, but it's the same base, it's the
Yeah, it's
same
the same
source.
story. It's the same
So
story. When you go and you do your deep dive, yeah, that's a totally different conversation. When you do your deep
yeah,
dive,
yeah, yeah.
it's
We
mainly the
well,
same story. Yeah.
another one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
another time. Okay. All right. So we are closing out
Okay.
creative conversations. It's an hour. It don't even feel like it's been an hour.
It doesn't at
It
all.
doesn't. I had such a great time with you, like I thought I was going
Likewise,
to.
sister.
Thank you so much. You inspired me so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, do you have anything that you want to? First of all, you kept saying your podcast. What is the name of your podcast?
Oh, my podcast is called Lion Ryan Podcast. Lion, and the podcast was about not feeling bad as a creative. Today's episode was because I
Hmm.
already started it like 3, 4 times. Okay, so the episode today was not feeling bad about starting and restarting and stopping and having an hiatus and then restarting. So today it wasn't my first episode. I got like 12, 13 episodes. But I
Yes.
said today is season 1, episode 1 again.
Yes. Again.
Again.
Start it over. Again. Yo, I'm
And I
not
don't
even
feel
mad at
bad and
that.
I don't feel guilt and I don't feel shame and I'm very enthusiastic about it. So
And I'm happy
that's
for
what today's
you, and we're
episode
gonna
was.
support it, and we're gonna put it out and
Thank you.
circulate it, and yeah, because you be
Thank
talking,
you.
you got
Thank
gems,
you. I
definitely
can't
have
wait to
gems.
hear more good news with London Kyle. I can't
Thank
wait to see more
you.
magazine covers. I can't wait to see Beyonce. I can't
No.
wait. Hello, right? I cannot wait. I love you so much.
I
You are
love you. Thank you,
incredible.
Ryan,
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Thank
and thank you
you.
everybody who was watching and in here with us.
Thanks,
Appreciate
y'all.
you. Bye.
Bye.